Hey guys, welcome back to a new reaction on this channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to some more Killing Me Inside with their song Black and White. Guys, it's been not that long, about a couple of months. My last Killing Me Inside reaction was in January this year. The song Remnants featuring AIU. Do I pronounce it right? I hope. Not that you recall it IU. I just don't know, right? I'm sorry for that. It was a cool song, not directly what I expect from Killing Me Inside, because I think Killing Me Inside is more like a really old school post-hardcore-ish, metalcore-ish stuff. Especially that record. I reacted to a couple of songs from that record, and that record is that sounds really old school, alright? But also, for example, the was it Youngblood, not Bad Blood, Youngblood. That was also a massive track. I'm honest with you, that was a really massive track. I really love that. So I especially love the more old school soundish, metalcore-ish songs by Killing Me Inside. And that's why I'm super excited about the song today, because it's especially from the record that sounds exactly that kind of way. And yeah, what should I say? I guess I said everything. Sorry. We will jump right into it. Killing Me Inside, Black and White. Let's freaking go. Alright guys, sorry to pause after because of copyright strikes. You guys know this is Killing Me Inside with Black and White, and this is not directly exactly what I expected because I miss a little bit of screamy stuff in here, but The rest of it, totally, totally. And I also remember, because you guys know I reacted to a couple of songs from that record, and I also have these songs in my private Spotify playlist. And what I freaking love, and I know it sounds really mean, and I don't mean it mean, is that the quality of this record, or in general of this early type of music, is not the best. I mean, you hear it, that especially the mixing is, it, it sounds not really good, but for that time, or for this old school post-hardcore stuff, it sounds freaking nostalgic, all right? Because when we think back into the MySpace era, you guys know I'm a little bit too young for the MySpace era. I know that my mother was really deep into it, but like I said, I was just too young. When we think of really early Bring Me the Horizon, when we think of really early In This Moment, and all the other bands that came out in that time, Boys It's Fire and what so on, that was the sound. That was how the music sounded. Old School Funeral for a Friend, whatever. I don't freaking care. They all sounded that way. And also, all of these songs, they hadn't the best type of mixing and stuff. But like I said, it's just a nostalgic feeling. It's not that I think, oh, that sounds terrible, the mixing is totally fucked up and stuff. No, for me, it got freaking. I got nostalgic feelings, because I remember back in that time. Like I said, I was a freaking small child, and I remember when my mother listened to that type of music in our car, or in her car. Like I said, Was It's Fire, In This Moment, early stuff. I I I'm going back into the freaking year, right? It's really awesome. That was. I'm super sad that I missed that time. That I'm too young for that. But I just remember back then it was a really cool time. And sometimes I miss this old school MySpace type of era back. Um, because of course we got modern metalcore and modern post-hardcore today, but it sounds different. When you listen to a song, you hear directly if it's an old school post-hardcore track or if it's a new post-hardcore track. Um, there's just something in these songs that directly click something in your head. It's really cool. I really enjoy that. So, and it's a really melodic song as well. I freaking love that. Especially the chorus is really cool. It's really catchy. So we go a little bit back. Let's go back to the song. Right. That was Old School Killing Me Inside with Black and White. It was a really cool talk. I can't speak anymore. I'm sorry. It was an awesome track. I'm honest with you. It was really cool. Like I said, I reacted to a couple of songs from that record. I remember something with Letter Full of Memories, something like that, if I remember that right. Also 3 months ago, I reacted to one of the songs, Diary of a Passed Away. Was that the name? I hope. I'm sorry, guys. I really am. There's a Letter Full of Memories, and I reacted to a third one. Let me check that. Can't read it because they're just the first three letters. Something with com. All right, sorry. Yeah, really cool song. Like I said, for me, every time I listen to that record or to songs from that record or to old school Killing Me Inside in general, I have this nostalgic feeling of this really old school early 2000s or also 2010 metalcore post-hardcore scene, the MySpace era, the stuff like that. It's really awesome. I really freaking enjoyed it. And like I said, I was a little bit too young for the time, but it's really cool to get back to it. Because like I said, I also have memories of that time. And that were really cool times. I want a few. So thanks for showing me some more old school Killing Me Inside. If you haven't seen my other Killing Me Inside reactions, I will give you my Killing Me Inside reaction playlist right now in the outro. Just click on the playlist on screen and you can watch it if you want to. If you want to talk about Killing Me Inside with me and the whole community, join our community Discord. Link is down in the description. You can join anytime. You can talk about anything you want. Cool to see you there. And then I hope I see you guys again in another reaction. Would be awesome. And I say bye.